Howdy, welcome back. It is bumper time. Pardon the mess in the garage. I'm in the process of moving in, but thought I'd take a little break to get Kurt's new bumper installed up on my K5. Yeah, been looking for a bumper for a long time. A lot of companies stopped making them for this truck, which was a crying shame, just because this thing is crying out for an awesome, badass bumper, which is what Kurt has provided for me here. I'll show it you in a minute. I want to talk about what I was looking for. First and foremost, body protection. I wanted something that wrapped around the quarters, something that gave me a little bit of protection from possible trail damage. I wanted to be jacking point also, something that I could just use a high lift jack on. I had to have good D-rings for shackles, for winch points, and would love to have a spare tire carrier, something that was secure and bulletproof. I often notice that the ones, unless you mount them on like a 1-ton bearing, the swing away ones just generally don't work as well. I've watched them pop off on trails. I've watched the tire just vibrate them loose. I wanted something that mounted so the tire could rotate down, and Kurt's Gauntlet bumper did all that and more. So let's go over and take a look at what I got. So this should be fairly familiar for any of you with this series truck. I've obviously gone ahead and pulled off the rear bumper already, and you'll notice these are the 6 mounting points that we're going to be using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points right there. Good strong tie into the frame and protection for the gas tank, excuse me. So let's take a look what I got. Here it is, dude, the Gauntlet rear bumper. Look at that beef. That's what Kurt's known for. That's why I love this guy. Just look at that, man. Big quality welds, big fat steel, great forethought, and fantastic finish. So let me flip this guy over for you. Here you see what we got. I had Kurt drill some 1x squares for some reverse lights. I got the recessed plate for the trailer hitch and the plate, and the D-rings, and then the little caps to wrap around. And yeah, so talk a little bit about what we got here with the carrier. There is the spare tire mount, and here is the carrier. Let me get you a better shot of that. Fold down. There's the spring that's going to tension it, so it's not just going to flop. And we'll get a little into that a little bit later as to how that's going to function. But just stay tuned. As always, work smarter, not harder. If you have access to an engine hoist, or happen to have one, they're not just for engines. They can be helpful in many different ways. Once again, following my mantra of work smarter, not harder. If you're trying to get the bumper sucked down to the frame, you're just not having any luck, use some straps to pull it on in. Still got a little bit to go, but I think I'm almost there. I did have some conflict from my hitch. I don't know if you can see that back there. I had to notch my skid plate. But other than that, rock and roll. Okay, so here we have the Gauntlet rear bumper from Kurt, along with his tire carrier and a trial fit of one of my 38s. I've thrown it up there for mock purpose already, and it's a tight fit, so I don't think we're going to get a 38 in there, especially a 1450. But that said, I did want to demonstrate how Kurt's spring-loaded assist system is working. So I'll bring it in and I'll show you guys how a little bit of the technique is, or sorry, the technical aspect of how it works and what it does, and then we'll test fit this guy. Okay, so the beauty of what Kurt's done with this guy is he has a high tension spring in here that is going to help with the raising and lowering of this big beast. So right now it's under tension. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up, and you'll see how easy it is to bring this guy up and down. Very simple. And as you get closer, you'll see that this latch is going to start biting. Come on in here, Ryder. Let's show them what we're doing here. So there's a latch right here, and as you start bringing this bad boy up, you're going to have to release this latch, get it all the way up, make sure that you get your guys out the way. And we're up. So let's get this thing latched down. So this is the system that is retained on the bumper itself and on the tire carrier mount too. So it's fully adjustable to give you varying degrees of reach, and it's going to cam back in on itself. It's too tight right now just because the tire is not a good fit, but essentially this guy's going to lock back, enabling you to get a lock through this eyelet right there and truly lock it down. And you'll see there's one on both sides. So it just reaches over, grabs on, and latches down. Really pretty slick and clean, and really great retention system. And here it is, all folded down. I love this. I'm really stoked on how this thing turned out. Yeah, I'm gonna check one last thing, see how the tailgate comes down with it down, but I got a feeling I'll be very, very happy. So, yeah, super clean design. Way to go, Kurt. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Couldn't be happier. So Kurt warned me that this thing was designed around a 37, and he wasn't messing around. So I actually think that she would be fine with a 38, but this particular 38 happens to be a 38 1450 17. So I think it's this 1450 footprint that is hanging us up here. I have a different tailgate I'm going to be putting on here. I've got a 78 Chevy K-Series tailgate that I'm going to put on now that I don't have a rear window. That may give me some more room, but I don't think it's really worth it. I'm going to be popping for a 37-inch tire as my spare. Just I don't see any real need to have a 38 if it's just going to rub and be a general nuisance. So another cool thing that Kurt designed into this system is the mounting bracket. So essentially it comes loose. You're going to bolt your wheel to it, and then depending on what size you put in is going to determine your drift fore and aft. So once you set it, once you get it, you'll get that thing all dialed up, and then you'll be good to go. So yeah, once again, the DIY4X Gauntlet rear bumper with fold down tire carrier. I wanted to get some video of this just because there wasn't a whole lot out there as to what this thing could do. And quite frankly, I think it's the best thing on the market. Like I said earlier, the problem that I think you run into with a lot of these units is if you've got a tire carrier on the back, it's generally not robust enough for any decent off-road use. You'll find that it looks great for cruising around Starbucks, but once you get out there and you got some bouncing and jarring going on at the back, there's a lot of weight back here that can cantilever this thing and just peel it right off. So I always wanted a fold-down carrier. I just didn't know if it was going to be really feasible to deal with a carrier that folded down that I'd have to get up and down by myself. I knew I could do it, it was just going to be a pain in the ass. So with this spring that Kurt put in here, you've got this, there you go, you can see the spring up in there. You've got this assist that essentially brings it up for you and then brings it back down. Great wraparound. See some good protection there. The mounting is as burly as you'd expect from some Kurt stuff. I did, like I said earlier, I did have to window my skid plate to get that receiver hitch in. Not a big deal. Great lines, fantastic execution. Just what I've grown to expect and love from Kurt stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'll show you one more time how it folds down and we'll be out. Thanks. So we got the tire up. To get it down is as easy as holding this linkage in and bringing this thing down. So it folds down on itself, and then one finger
I got this thing up. I mean, that's amazing. This thing, I mean, I know I'm pretty freaking ripped, but let's just take a look. This is a 38 on a 17, and down, very easy, up, just as easy. Nice thing I like about this is you get this thing down, and you got a little seat, so we can, you know, just hang out here. So anyway, thank you for watching. I've got some more stuff coming up. Here's a little preview of the cage that I've been building, another DIY product. But for now, thank you as always. DIY4X.com. Great bulletproof stuff. Fit, form, functionality. It's got it all. So, thanks.